to our next topic. In just a few weeks' time, the Global Nursing Awards will be taking place in recognition of the tireless work the profession has been conducting over the past 2 years. More than 17,300 nursing professionals from 184 countries have been nominated, with a grand prize of $250,000 for the winner. One of the 4 World Health leaders sitting on the judging panel is Professor Sheila Tlou, the former Minister of Health for Botswana. She joins me now from the country's capital, Gaborone. Professor Sheila Tlou, thank you so much for joining me on Channel's Business Global. Now, before I feast upon your geopolitical knowledge, let's start with the main discussion, which is these awards. Tell me why you got involved and how important it is.
Yeah. Thank you very much. The reason why I decided, actually agreed to get involved, is simply because I'm a nurse, number one. And I know as a nurse, I've done a lot. And sometimes that lot has not been recognized. So, and I know there are countless nurses out there. So that when I was invited to be one of the jury members, I decided this is the one time that we can be able to showcase the work that nurses do. I have just been the co-chair of the Global Nursing Now campaign, which started in 2018. And the idea had been that we want to recognize the role of nurses, the role that they play in primary health care, in universal health coverage, and really the fact that we will not be able to reach universal health coverage, or let alone the sustainable development goals, if we don't ensure that nurses are part and parcel of development, they are recruited, they are retained, and most important, they are developed to be in leadership positions. So, and that campaign went on, for 2 years, resulting in the global recognition of nursing by the World Health Assembly, where 2020 was declared the year of the nurse and the midwife. So unfortunately, due to COVID, it was not as well celebrated, globally as we would have liked. But the momentum was there.
Absolutely.
And therefore, the momentum was there, and we're able, those who are in London, for example, were able to go to the Florence Nightingale, the birthplace, the whatever, and just, to be able to say, we are going to ensure that nurses are recognized. So that the ministers, every country, this became a movement because every country, I was able to visit even Scandinavian countries where I met ministers of health, and they were able to say, no, from now on, we're going to really ensure that we retain our nurses, that we recognize them, and most important, that they are put in leadership positions, because we know that healthcare is really on them. They are the backbone. So I decided then, when Aster came to me, it was like, right, this is all I need.
Absolutely. And I've got to tell you, this is a huge awards, the Global Nursing Awards. It's received nominations from more than 17,000 nursing professionals across 184 countries. Now, typically, especially on this show, over the course of the pandemic, we have been speaking a lot about the differences and the nuances as it pertains to if you're a nurse in, let's say, Botswana, comparing it to if you're a nurse, let's say, in London. But can you tell us what are some of the similarities? Let's hear about the similarities amongst nurses, especially because, of course, they've shared the lion's share of the burden of the coronavirus pandemic.
That's right. Well, first, let me simply say, actually, it is about 24,000, applications. And yeah, it is a huge prize. I have won quite a lot of awards internationally. And the most that I actually got was from Thailand, which was $15,000 US. So this one is just mind-boggling. But I felt this is really great. Now, nurses are nurses. And we have a saying sometimes, a nurse is a nurse is a nurse. But the one thing that really sets them out, and the similarity in all that, is that they are carers. They are nurturers. They are the backbone of the healthcare system. So that, and the qualities, the majority, I would say 99% of our nurses are selfless. They put themselves, after, everybody else. They put themselves last. and are able to really care even under really terrible conditions. The COVID pandemic was really the one that brought out what a nurse is, because they were able to show that they can take care of humanity in all crisis situations.